Can't record on the free Restream plan. What's up, LinkedIn and YouTube? I am here to show you how I use AI to make my content that you see for the Ops brand, Ops Consulting community, my community to grow Jewish organizations. Now, let's just take a look. This is a tool called Poe, and I'm going to show you something really amazing with Poe because you can talk to multiple different AIs in one chat, and it's going to show how useful that can be in just a second. What Poe is a portal to all the AIs, right? Like Claude, GPT, Llama, DeepSeek, Gemini are all in one, and you pay a subscription and they pay a subscription for everything else, and you can also create your own bots. So that's what I'm showing you is a bot I made, and this bot does two things. It writes captions and it finds hashtags for all the social media profiles that we post the business content on. So let's dive in. And this is on my Chrome bookmarks. But by the way, I really recommend organizing your business in Google Chrome or doing it in Slack the same way across channels. And that way is the bookmarks bar has some main tools you use. You organize it by department for your folders. And anyway, let's go back to AI. So we go to edit the bot. I want to show you the prompt before we see it in action. Oh, is it going slow because I'm streaming? It must be. Okay. So first, you choose the base bot. We really like reasoning models, guys. Here's my number one AI tip. Most AI models will give you very fast responses, a matter of seconds. Unless you're doing like tons of API calls and you're like automatically generating responses for a chatbot, for example, you don't want to use those fast models. Why? Because the quality is lower. It's very simple. The longer the bot takes to generate the output, the better it's going to be. So you, as a user of a tool like this or a tool like ChatGPT, where you're just basically talking back and forth, you want something that's slow because it's going to be, each input is going to be the best possible output for you. So with that said, the keyword is reasoning. The reasoning models, you see that it's highlighted here. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. Reasoning means it thinks before it answers. Non-reasoning means it is just going to go as fast as it can to get you just good enough to satisfy you so you're satisfied with the service. Reasoning means it's actually going to think for 7 to 12 seconds. So, and I encourage you to experiment. We get Perplexity in here if you like Perplexity. That's part of Poe. And I do have an affiliate link, but I didn't. I just wanted to try out Restream. I was like, what's the most valuable thing I can share? It's this. So I don't have an affiliate link for you. Just go to Poe.com, right up here, POE.com. Get your own account. It's great. Anyway, reasoning model. Now, for this purpose of copywriting on social media, I think most people would say Claude's going to be one of the best. Probably one out of every 3 power users of AI is going to say Claude's really good for copywriting. So I like that. And now let's go through, and you can make a little picture and a cute name for it and a description here. You know, and there's different types of bots, and we'll get into that. But let's look at the prompt. All right. So you are an AI language model designed to create optimized social media captions and hashtags from provided transcripts. So we're defining the input. That's important to dial in its focus. One type of input, right? Because the output's only as good as the input. And people in AI groups saying, oh, AI sucks. The answers are so bad. They are exposing themselves as being unable to ask good questions. So the prompt engineering is your chance to ask really good questions. And there's so much that goes into this, but let's just go through it, right? So we tell it, and I would actually not say this. This is kind of out of date. I would say you are a viral growth, you are a viral organic social media marketer. Let's just say, no, not viral. You are you are the highest performing organic social media marketing agency, because you can tell it to be a whole agency. It doesn't have to be one person. Um, you know, that's going to include so much on the back end. You have been hired by Ops Consulting Community to, there it is. I say something like that. Create captions and hashtags from transcripts. Your goal is to maximize the reach and engagement. Always give it a goal. Measure its success. AI loves when you give it a measurable success metric. Your goal is to maximize your reach and engagement. Two things. That's two common KPIs. So it's now going to be looking at the best, and I would say not highest point, because that's too broad and vague. It's going to give me bad results. I would rather say fastest growing. And so it's basically going to like look up the actual fastest growing companies right now and then role play as a amalgamation of all of them, which is like really good. And with the sole focus of maximizing reach and engagement, and it's doing one thing, writing captions and finding hashtags. So you see, there's like keys here I'm giving you. So we define the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And this lineup should be slightly different based on your brand. That's part of the brand strategy outline, is defining your platforms as well as the copy for the bio areas and captions on your cover photos and stuff for each platform. But that is neither here nor is it there. Let's move on this prompt. For each platform, you must research and generate the optimal caption, and 2, research and generate the optimal set of hashtags. Okay, now I don't want it to take shortcuts, right? We picked a reasoning model as our base bot. Okay, it's a reasoning model. So in fact, let me just try a different one, because I've used Claude so much. I'm just curious what it would do with a different one. What about Grok 2? That's fine. Yeah. Research and generate the optimal caption. Research and generate the optimal set of hashtags. This means you will conduct 14 separate instances of research per output, 1 caption and 1 set of hashtags for each platform. Again, we don't want to take shortcuts. So this is the SSS brand strategy outline. You will learn how to fill this out for your organization if you sign up for Ops Consulting Community. I'm not going to go through it in detail, but we define the ideal client avatar or avatars, who they are, what their challenges are, what their goals and motivations are. If you have 2, you just put them side by side. We defined a tagline, the mission, the vision, the values, the promise, aka the USP. Then we define the voice and the tone. Then we define the messaging. And this is like a hybrid personal brand and corporate brand. So I have just kind of like 2 of them here to like allow it to do its best work. But typically you would just have one of, it's just one for the corporate and one for the personal, but it's the same thing. Anyway, any tone adaptations for each platform, right? Because we want nativize. Gary Vaynerchuk teaches this. It's big in the Gary V universe. Nativize for each platform, staying up to date with what does that mean, and again, it's looking up the most viral recent posts each time we prompt it. It's analyzing them, and then it's crafting a caption that does not repeat the transcript, but complements the clip, delivering value and encouraging engagement. I love the word humanized. Always ask your AI to give you humanized output if it's copywriting for humans to read, because it'll do like minor little typos and like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just a good one. And I kind of clarified it here. Indistinguishable from content written by a human. Avoid triggering any AI detection algorithms. I can rattle off a bunch for you. If you have spaces at the beginning of your lines, if you have like asterisks, there's a lot of things. Anyway, again, the guidelines, just kind of repeating the goals. Avoid phrases that may limit reach. You can pause the video and look at this. I don't have to read all this for you because I want to go on and see it in action here. Let me go into the hashtag instructions, which is always 2 pieces: the number of hashtags and then what they are. Because sometimes 30 is right and sometimes 5 is right. And the algorithms change day to day. So you need your AI to be researching daily. What are the most viral posts today doing? And copy that. And I'll tell you, day to day, the tone will change, the hashtags will change. Like, it's literally as if you had a marketer researching all this shit. and you trigger all this research by sending it a freaking transcript to work. Anyway, so final output, we give some examples here. And then the additional guidelines is just kind of like when it fucks up, you go in here and tell it what to do, and so you never have the same mistake twice. Never have the same mistake twice with AI, or else you're being lazy. When you make a mistake, you go into prompt and you fix it. You add it here. Just make sure there's no plagiarizing / plagiarism. Find a balance between being nativized as well as with the brand voice. Legal and compliance is always good to throw in. Like don't break the law. It's kind of hard to break the law, but you can defame, you can do libel, you can slander people. You could, Anyway, research requirements. I'm just making sure it does a good job. Make sure that every single hashtag is active and used by the ideal client avatar, which is what we pasted above. Confirm there's no unintended. I had a lot of times where I would do ambiguous hashtags that were not what we wanted, so I just want to make sure it's, our clients are Jewish, so we keep everything PG-13 family friendly for the most part. And then just character limits are huge. Maximum hashtags, just so it has some boundaries, parameters, quantifiable parameters. Example outputs, proofread, ensure alignment. Okay, so good, right? We just have some examples here. Well, I actually have to fix this because we changed. So here's some important things. 3 pieces of additional context. Oh my goodness, this is a good chance for me to update. So I want I want it to know the website that all these social media is linked to, because you know how your social media profiles are funnels that go to a website typically. If your copywriter for your social media knows exactly what the call to action and the expectations are and the framing is and the messaging and the promises are on the site, then you can. I wish it would copy the frequently asked questions, but I'm just being lazy here. So this is the landing page I just described. So we tell the bot the landing page. We go here and update it. It's very easy to keep this updated. As you can see, it's really not that hard. There. I like to see this. Additional context number 2. You are a master of pain points experienced by our ideal clients who are not satisfied with competitor offerings. I'm going to get spicy here, but we have extensive research into 5 competitors. Shout out EOS. I don't want to say competitors. I only say competitors because AI understands that. Look, there's more than enough clients to go around. We can refer, we can collaborate, we can create win-wins. People will be unsatisfied with me and go to EOS. I don't care. It's not the point. I should have said collaborators. Point is, I want to know what's painful about all those services. So you'll see it's not about calling anybody out. It's about cross-company themes of your market. Okay? Generalization. So I researched this stuff before I even launched ops to make sure that it was going to be offering things you can't get elsewhere. So put that in your prompt as a whole context piece, and then is there context number 3? I thought there was, maybe not. I guess that's it. So knowledge bases are advanced. Basically, you can throw in massive libraries of text and then reference those libraries of text in the main prompt and tell the bot when it should be triggered to reference or look into those knowledge bases. That's pretty much that. We're going to publish this. We're going to find a transcript for ops. Where's the ops transcript? Right here. All right. And if you have a campaign or a promotion going on, special call to action, mention it here. Whatever. So that was pretty fast. I don't like that reasoning. I'm going to go in and fix it. Or, well, I'm not going to waste too much time here, but just know that I think I have to. Okay. Pose based on a budget system. So you can set thresholds so you don't overspend, and it'll prompt you, do you want to go beyond your budget. So this is good. So look, you get your captions for LinkedIn, Twitter, right here. I mean, it's done. It's done for you. So then what I do is I have a content folder, of course, marketing department. Content. So every single day has a folder, and you can use Maker Zapier to just automatically make these folders. I actually really like writing the date out every day, so I don't use automation for that. That's intentional. And you can just copy. And if you have adjustments, like, I don't know, let's say it's too long, have the length and make it a tad less formal. Because sometimes, even though you say humanize, it still uses like super professional human. This is nice. One question that separates real operators from the rest: can this person replace themselves? Not about making people replaceable. It's about finding team members who document, systematize, and scale their work. The best hires aren't those who become indispensable. They're the ones who build systems that multiply their impact. That is so exactly it. And this thing will say things better than I could ever freaking say them. I am not a great communicator, but I've trained a great communicator, and you can too. So why are we using Poe, and what's something cool we can do? Let's say we wanted to make a picture for this, right? So I'll say you are a world-class Flux. This is a language model that if I go here, you'll see, if you go to image generation, there's a language model called Flux Pro 1.1 Ultra. So I'll say you are a world-class Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra prompt engineer tasked with generating the most optimal image for this post to stop the scroll of our ideal client. Again, referencing a term in the back-end bot prompt that we created earlier. And make sure it fits, because it keeps giving me prompts that are too long. Character limit for Flux. So it's gonna there you go. So check this out. Now I can, without doing anything else, leaving the screen, I tag @ I type Flux, I click it, and I say, hey, Flux, do the prompt referenced above and generate it. You don't have to be, it's just not rocket science. Let's just do a quick different example here. Check this out. We'll go here. And this is for a client, okay? But I'll just use a random example. Think of a social media image. Just imagine this was the other bot. The results won't be as refined, but it's fine. I'm just trying to show you something. Think of a social media image for my social media post today about great operators being able to scale themselves into higher roles using systems. And then generate a Flux Pro Ultra 1.1 prompt. So this is what I usually do, is actually would have it research and look up. And you see the reasoning models, it's a little bit slower and it thinks more. So then I would say, I don't want text in my prompt. Different image generation models are better or worse at different things. Flux is not good at generating text on top of images. So now let's look at what makes Poe amazing. I tag the @ symbol. I type Flux. Now we go, hey, Flux, generate the prompt referenced above. And it's going to start generating an image immediately from a conversation you were having with a different bot. So you use one AI that's really good at thinking of creative images and writing out the best description of them, and then you use a different AI. Wait, that's not right. Why did it do that? Well, what if we just copy this? I don't know why it did that, dude. You could still tag flux and paste it. Unless that's the image, because like this is actually an image. That's not code. It made a picture of code. So I don't know if it thinks that the prompt, because I mean, it used the blue like we asked for blue, you know. I don't know if it just misunderstood. And this is beautiful here. So look, that's the beauty of Poe, is right in one window. You can be talking with, and then you can say you like Gemini, right? Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is a new one. It's already on Poe. We can say, write me because a Google business profile. Who's going to be the best at writing copy for Google business profile? Google's AI is second to none. So use the latest model of that. Post SEO optimized for our ideal client avatar. And remembering the bots. What is it? Profile post. Now I'm gonna try a different. I don't know if it's because what is this? Post inspired by the above image. I forgot to say that. And SEO optimized for ideal client avatar. So you can go switch right back to a different bot. And it's going to be able to analyze the image in the chat history that a different bot made. So it's really valuable. You see what I'm saying here? So you can literally, because listen, you want that one continuity of a chat for your topic or your theme, or look up at the bookmarks bar here. We have one to do the coursework, one to do my personal social media, one for ops content. So you make a little assistant for each of your different needs. Like this one made a quiz for my listeners, for my students. So being able to bounce between your bots and loop in image generation from your favorite one, loop in video generation. We say runway. Turn the above image into a video. I don't even know if this will work, but if it does, I'll end the stream on a crazy note. Let's see. So it's going to look back multiple different AIs in the conversation, find the image. Video-based image generation. That doesn't sound correct. We'll see what it does. I don't think it's going to be right. But look, Poe is cutting edge. Point is, let's see. Let's just see what it does here. It could be cool. I don't know if it's actually, if it uses this image, I'll be extremely impressed by Poe's architecture. However, that's not what I was trying to show you, which was basically just, you can see here, I did this here. And you can just paste the prompt right in, go down, pick your favorite image generation. Face for toucher, just upload your selfies and it makes them more beautiful. I mean, there's so many things. So many things in Poe, dude. All right, that's not the right image. But you could just simply copy image, paste it right in the same chat. I don't know why I keep showing you the wrong way to, and just make it do something there. That's better. I keep doing it the wrong way. I'm very sorry. So, yeah. And let's just, you can have this client, for example, has a Poe bot that makes his SOPs. Master of creating the most efficient and effective standard operating procedures based on training transcripts. So we record our trainings, right? Look how saucy this is. It uses that reasoning model, and it looks up the very best frameworks. And each time, let's just give an example of what it did last. Yeah, very nice. Well, what was this? Oh, I just wanted names for Slack channels. So it just gave me a lot of names. But I don't know. Oh, it worked. Look at that. So we use one AI to make a image, a different AI to turn that into a video right in one window with Poe. It's amazing. So not only do you get to make these custom robots that do the same task for you over and over, but you can interact with them using all your other AIs. It's really cool. Hope it makes sense. I'm going to stop rambling. Let you all go. Enjoy your day. Take care. Much love and be blessed, everybody. How do I, where are you? I don't even know where I am here. Where's Restream? Where is Restream? Here it is. Bye. Where's the lie? Where's the, oh, here we go. I don't know how to end it. That was so embarrassing. Okay, bye.